Our teachers will not go back to northern Kenya because not enough is being done to ensure their security. Well, those are the words of KNUT Secretary General Wilson Sossion. Sossion spoke on a day that saw several teachers hold a protest against the directive by the TSC and the government instructing them to go back. Up to 1,000 teachers had requested transfers from those regions, a request that was denied by TSC. Linda Upto tells us more.
This is how teachers returning to work in northeastern Kenya are making their trips back, with police escort who are not taking any chances. They are part of the few teachers who have opted to go back to their stations in northeastern Kenya after insecurity in the region led to the death of their colleagues late last year. Back in Nairobi, however, a good number are skeptical. The government and TSC may have given assurances that security will be beefed up in northeastern Kenya, but those assurances are not enough for these teachers who have refused to go back. It is a stand that is supported by KNUT Secretary General Wilson Sossion, who says TSC has no right to compel the teachers to go back to a region where security is not guaranteed.
They cannot direct teachers through press adverts to comply with orders that are not enforceable. These teachers are not ready to go back.
The teachers say their decision not to go back is based on several factors that the government and TSC is not addressing. Several teachers say they are traumatized by the experiences they have gone through in those regions, and forcing them to go back is being inconsiderate.
Sio wanafunzi, unafundisha mwanafunzi asubuhi, lakini jioni anakufuatia na mawe. Anakuambia anajua bunduki kuliko kalamu. Sasa utafundisha juu ya bunduki ama ni kalamu? Au watu sio mtoto, sio mwanafunzi, sio mzazi, sio mwalimu mwenyewe yule mnafundisha na yeye. Hata yeye anaunga mkono haya mambo. Ati wanasema sisi ni ngurare. Ati hatuna haki ya kuishi kule.
Sijui kama kuna surety ya kufika. Mimi naogopa hapo katikati nikufe, and I have dependents who are waiting for me.
Looking at the way the women teachers are molested by students sexually, those are things that needs to be addressed.
Part of the problem, they say, lies with the leadership in northeastern Kenya. The atrocities happened there in November last year happened under the watch of the leaders who had the capacity to stop them. According to Sossion, there is no political will to maintain peace and security in those regions.
We are challenging the leadership of northeastern to come out and lead those regions and ensure that there is a guarantee for the safety of public workers. Because it is a responsibility to guarantee security. We cannot have Al-Shabaabs marauding the villages without the knowledge of the community.
Sossion says there is a solution that the government must embrace to ensure that students in northeastern Kenya do not bear the consequences of insecurity.
Transfer these teachers with immediate effect to other parts of the country where they feel safe and where their services can be utilized by the employer. 2, government to beef up security in northeastern. Immediately advertise vacancies in all those areas.
So even as the government continues to give assurances,
just like all the other citizens living in Mandela, just to go out and perform their duties without any fear, because there is security, and we shall provide security for them.
KNUT maintains the teachers will stay put.
We are telling them not to go back until we are involved as a union in a proper meeting to discuss all these aspects.
The Teachers Service Commission and the government have made it clear that adequate measures have been put in place to ensure the security of teachers in northeastern Kenya. However, KNUT says the concerns of those teachers have not yet been addressed, and the measures being put in place by the government are not adequate. So in other words, KNUT says the teachers can't go, won't go back to northeastern Kenya. And the question is, for how long? Linda Upto, KTN, Nairobi.